I'm Warren Mendes here in my home kitchen, and today we're going to be cooking the tea time classic, some scones. But I'm going to be upping their game by doing a Black Forest version. So I'm going to be creating some indulgent rich chocolate scones and a cherry ripple cream to serve alongside them. Serve them warm, cup of tea, you're going to love it. So with the base, we're just going in with some plain flour, baking powder, a little bit of brown sugar. I'm using a decent amount of cocoa. As always, a pinch of salt for some balance, and then just mix all those dry ingredients together so everything's distributed. And I know we've got the cocoa in there, but just for a bit more of a chocolate hit, I'm just gonna finely chop some dark chocolate. So I'll put half of that chocolate into the scone mix, and then I'll just reserve the rest of that chocolate for the topping. And obviously any good scone needs some butter, and we're gonna rub the butter into this mixture. So what I've done is I've actually frozen the butter for a few minutes, and by freezing the butter, I can grate it, and so we're gonna get beautiful little pieces. And then it's gonna be much easier to rub all that mixture together. Then time to get your hands dirty, clean hands, and just go into the mixture. And you kind of wanna use a motion of rubbing your fingers together. So you're gonna rub that beautiful butter into the flour mixture so you get a bit of a crumb. Now I'm just gonna go in with some cherry jam. We put a little bit of sugar in there, but not enough sweetness. So some dark cherry jam will give a bit more of a boost. And then some milk. Full cream, never ever use low-fat milk when making scones. And now you just wanna gently bring that mixture together. Some people do this with a knife just to be extra gentle, but as long as you're not overbeating the mixture and working all the glutens, it's gonna be fine. And then it's just best to get your hand and bring all that beautiful chocolate dough together. And then once it's all to come together, just gonna put a little bit of flour down on my board so we don't let the mixture stick. And then we'll just work it into a disc. And you want that to be about 2.5 to 3 centimeters thick. And got a tray lined with some baking paper so it's not gonna stick. And I've got a 6 centimeter cookie cutter here. If you don't have a cookie cutter, you could use a glass, but the benefit of using a cookie cutter is when you press down on the mixture, you get perfectly straight sides, and that way the scone is gonna rise really nicely. And then just take some extra flour and just dunk your cutter in the flour, and that way you're gonna make sure it doesn't stick when you're pressing it out. And then place each scone onto the tray. And you'll see there you've got these beautiful straight sides because we used the cookie cutter. So when you get to this stage here and it looks like you've used all of your mixture, just bring the excess pieces together, a little bit of flour, and you can roll it and we can stamp out some more. Okay, and now almost ready for the oven. I'm just gonna brush them with a little bit of milk just to finish their tops off. So now into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. I've got it at 180, and you'll see they'll be beautiful and puffed up, and the room will smell of chocolate. So they have risen beautifully. You can see each of the scones with those beautifully cut sides has gone up. So we'll let them cool a bit. And now, just as a finishing touch, I've melted the rest of that chocolate, and we're just gonna drizzle it over each of the scones for a final crown. So I've whipped up some sour cream. I prefer having this with sour cream because there's so much sweetness happening already, especially with the jam. Sour cream kind of breaks through that flavor a bit. So add a good amount of that cherry jam, and then just allow it to ripple through that cream without completely mixing it. And you'll see you have this beautiful, lush ripple mixture. So the good thing about making the ripple cream is that it entirely settles that age-old argument of do you put cream or jam first on a scone, because here we've got them together. So all there is to do is take one of your scones, they're still a little bit warm, add some of that rippled cream. Now all you need to do is put on the kettle, but I can't wait, I'm gonna have to dive in. That is seriously, seriously good. Cherries, chocolate, cream. This Black Forest scone is a real winner. A twist on the classic. I promise you're gonna love it. So if you'd like the recipe, head to delicious.com.au.